Hi there. So this is a driving review, if you want to call it that, of a 2024 Mitsubishi Mirage. Well, it might as well be 2013, but okay, the camera's moving all over, I can tell, but that's fine. I just wanted to show you how it handles driving around town and hopping on the freeway, because a lot of reviews say this car can't accelerate. Or, as Car and Driver puts it, it can't properly drive around town. I don't exactly know how that works, but I am going to, well, drive around town here and show you it's handling driving just fine. Sure, right now it's rather late, but I mean, as you see, I'm accelerating at what, 1,500 RPM, and it's doing perfectly fine. I'm in a residential area right now, so driving slow is, well, perfectly acceptable. And I think the speed limit is actually 25 right here, so we're doing good. So let's turn right, and that is something in the road. Let's not run over it. Okay, that was weird. It looked like, I don't even know, a hammer maybe? Okay. Either way, as you see, we're going 20 miles an hour, and it's doing just fine. And I'm going to be hitting a dip soon. Very shortly, actually. It's a gully in the road. It's not that hard of a gully. It's not that big of a deal. The engine, you do hear it in this car, but it's not obnoxiously loud or anything. Like, yeah, you hear it, but if you go and floor it, that's when you start actually hearing it a lot more. So I find, in terms of the loudness, it's perfectly acceptable. Now, going up a mountain or something, you definitely hear it more than a Cadillac. But, I mean, this isn't a Cadillac. Though, I mean, a Cadillac is more of a luxury car. But it gets significantly worse gas mileage, and they tend to not be as reliable as these, as far as I'm aware. I am recording on two different cameras right now, so I'm going to try to hook all of this stuff together. Hopefully it goes well. I don't know if it will or not, but you know, we'll find out. I cannot hold a camera and drive because first, that's not safe, and second of all, it's not legal either. So I am using my phone as a camera, and I'm having it taped to the dash right now to hopefully hold it in a stiff position so I can, well, record in a good way. We'll find out if that actually works. Either way, right now we are on a road with I'm pretty sure it's a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit, but the light up the road is red, so I am not going to be accelerating significantly because there's no reason to. My goal, at least, is to get to the light when it's green. Okay, it's green, so I can quickly. Okay, it's going to turn orange very shortly, actually. Yep, alright, it's already orange. That's fine. Alright, so I need to get on the freeway here. So let's get into the right-hand lane. Is the engine warm? I don't think the engine's warm yet. I don't know. I can't tell because of where all the camera stuff is, but let's hop on the freeway. The speed limit here is 70. I never go 70, so I'm not going to go 70. But I'll accelerate at what I normally accelerate at, 2,500 RPM, roughly. Sometimes 3,000. Just depends. Usually about what I'm doing right now. It's doing good. Let's turn the signal later on and, you know, move over the shoulder a little bit here. Hop on the freeway. Just like so. That was easy. Okay. Keep the RPM 2,500 until we get to 60, and yeah, about right now, let's just turn cruise control on. And you hear quite a bit of wind noise and quite a bit of, well, road noise. Though the thing is, I'm using the stock tires. They are Falcons. Don't get me wrong, they work fine. Though they are actually rather noisy tires. If I want, I can actually get tires from Bernstein, and they are supposedly significantly quieter than this. But right now, the average miles per gallon you can see is 32. freeway for a couple miles here and show you what we get on the freeway. Now, I might take it up and down some hills. Down the road here, there is a town called, I think it's Rainbow. I could be wrong. And to get there, I have to go up a 7% grade. No, 6% grade, my mistake. 6% grade is the maximum allowed grade on a freeway. And so you won't find anything steeper than 6%. I need to add, a lot of people say, oh, 60 miles an hour, that's not enough for where I live. You need to go 90. I don't actually find that the case. The reason why is I've went all the way across the entire country. I was in California, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas. I went through the top of Texas and through the bottom of Texas. The bottom was on I-10. I don't know what the top was though. I was in Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, and Florida. And in that entire journey, the fastest driver I saw was, I think, probably about 90. Traffic, the fastest I've seen it, just kind of cruises about 70 across the country in the right lane. You know, it goes faster in the left lane, of course, but the right lane, I mean, you can just cruise at 65, it'll be fine. Like right now, we're cruising at, I don't know, 59 or 60. The car's at 2,000 RPM. We're getting 43.5 miles per gallon, at least at the time of talking since I reset it, which is good because I was just on the surface streets. And you can't really beat it. Now, I have noticed this car does not like going much faster than 60. What I mean by that is the engine cannot keep the car at the lowest possible RPM at 65. Now, okay, let me restart. So I think I talked wrong on here, so let me try to reword it. So the car, alright, it has 78 horsepower, okay? It's the least powerful new car there is, alright? It will go 70 or 75. You can make it go that fast. The car just might not want to go that fast. What I mean by that is, let's say I go 65 miles an hour and I let go of the gas pedal, the RPM goes down. When I'm still at, let's say, 64 miles an hour, because, you know, when you let go of the gas, you're decelerating. But the thing is, it's not, let's say, in 5th gear, instead it's in 4th gear. But it's in CVT terms instead. It's a different term for CVT, because it doesn't have gears, but that is just kind of something to know. If you want to be in the lowest possible gear, you want to be about 60 or less. Alright, speed limit 70, so we're going 10 under, and this is a 3-lane freeway, and I'm in the far right lane. It's just basically me on the road. Someone else is coming up to me, and they're in the middle lane behind me, so I don't see a reason to go faster. But even if I wanted to, I mean, this will go 70. The fastest I've taken it in 4,300 miles is 73, which is 3 miles an hour above the speed limit. Yes, I'm a slow driver. Either way, the average miles per gallon, 46.9 now. We're doing good. So let's just keep going. I mean, the freeway here is rather flat, alright? Should I show you what full acceleration is like? No, I don't want to wreck the fuel economy, okay? You don't need to do full acceleration in normal driving, so I'm not going to do full acceleration. I just want to show you the fuel economy here, just how it drives. You hear some bumps, that's not a big deal. You know, I'll stop talking for a minute here and just show you what the car sounds like. It's always nice to bring a nice hot cup of tea on you, or with you on a journey like this, or a hot cup of tea, depending what you like. But right now, I think we're entering the city of Temecula. It's one of the best cities in California, if I'm not mistaken, at least statistically. So that is a neat thing. Though this area on the freeway during the day is not very good. What I mean by that is it can take you an hour to go 10 miles. So I want to do this test or driving review at night when there's not many people driving. The reason why is because, well, I can go 60 and have no problem. Now, if I wasn't doing the review right this exact minute and I was just driving normally, I'd probably be at 57 miles an hour. For me, that's the absolute best cruising speed for the best gas mileage in this car, about 57. I mean, 50 is slightly better, but the thing is, 50, I don't want to go 50 and a 70. Maybe 57 and a 70, since people aren't going all that fast and it's not all that busy, but definitely not 50. But we're going to be going up a rather steep grade here. It's not 6%, I don't know what percent it is. It's just a normal hill you'd find anywhere, to be fair. And you'll notice the RPM is going to go up. At 60 miles an hour, the RPM does fluctuate in this car. The reason why is, well, it's basically how do I explain it? It's basically doing the absolute most it can in the gear it's in. Alright, when you hit a hill like we're hitting right now, you'll probably notice the RPM is going to change. It's going to go from 2,000 to maybe 2,200. Or maybe it won't. Okay, well, it's doing good. And then it's going to change. No? Okay, it's just locked at 60. And if I floored it, you'd probably take about 10 seconds to get to 70 from this speed right now. So, you know, it's not a race car, but it's not meant to be. Either way, they didn't rev up at all, which is pretty impressive. But normally when I go on this route, I have 2 people in the car, and that's an extra 250 pounds. So, I guess that's kind of to be expected when you have 2 extra people in the car. It's going to be slower. I have had 3 people in the car, and I wasn't the one driving. I mean, I was at some point. Yes, you can definitely tell 3 people were in the car. My mom was driving the car, actually, at that current time. It was in the city. I think we were in, Dana Point? No, not Dana Point. I don't know where we were. It was by a beach. Either way, it was up and down a bunch of hills. And, yeah, she thought the car was broken. Yeah, no, it's not broken. It's just what you call 3 cylinders. By the way, look at the gas mileage. We're up to 52.4. Now, the meter, it's not absolutely accurate. In the whole history of me driving the car over the last 4,500 miles, I have, according to the car, averaged about 48 miles per gallon even. Though that's not the case. By the way, the RPM is going to go up here. There you go. See? Went up a little bit. It just does this on these minor hills. But we'll be reaching a rather steep hill coming up here soon, and you'll be able to see what it does. Alright. And there's a semi-truck coming up to me, behind me, but I can't change lanes. Because if I change lanes to the right, well, that's an exit lane. So, if the semi-truck wants to go faster than 60, he can pass me if he wants. I'm going 5 above the speed limit anyway. Speed limit in California is 55. The speed limit in Oregon is also 55, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it Washington? I could be wrong. I think it's Washington now that I think of it, because I saw a 55 mile an hour for truck speed limit when I was watching a 10-hour video of somebody going from Washington, the border of Canada basically, all the way to, I don't know where the 5 starts, I think it was San Diego. I didn't watch the whole video, I only watched maybe 2 minutes of it. Yeah, not a lot of it. I don't want to watch a drive for 10 hours. I'd rather actually drive it. But a lot of people don't like driving, so that actually is a good video for them. And yeah, the semi-truck is gaining on me. Probably going 60 or 61 miles an hour, and I'm going 59. It is what it is. Either way, the speed limit was 55 here because it was a work zone. So technically, I'm going 5 over his speed limit, almost. And I was actually going 5 over my speed limit as well. Oh well, but now it's a 70 zone, so I can technically go 70 if I want. That truck's probably going maybe 85 or 80, I don't know. No, probably about 80. Yeah, not too fast. Either way, now the semi-truck is about maybe a second behind, and yeah, he's changing lanes, and he's going to pass me. That's perfectly fine. A lot of people get mad because I let semi-trucks pass me a lot, but I mean, it's just how the road works. If you're going slow, you gotta let people pass. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not mad because a semi-truck wants to go faster than me. It's just, you know, it is. The camera is actually falling down, and I don't know what to do about that. Is he trying to get over? I'm sure he will eventually. But as you can see, though, the car is just happily cruising along at 60. Sure, 60 is not the fastest speed in the world, but I'm just showing you how I normally drive. Alright, there you go. The semi-truck's getting back over. Does he have his brake on? I don't know. RPM is going to be going up rather soon. The reason why is we're going up a hill. There we go. Nope. Yep, there you go. 2,500. Another semi-truck is passing me as well, but that semi-truck has been in the lane he's in for a rather long time. Hopefully he sees me. He should see me. I'm in a small car, but he's seen me for miles, so it should be fine. Why are... I don't know. I'm just cruising at 60 and not... I'm just going to get past him. You can see full acceleration. There we went to 70 or something. I don't know. I can't see the speedometer. But yeah, that's full acceleration. So that wasn't 10 seconds. That was maybe 3 seconds at floor. All that... it wasn't all that much. Either way, yep, semi-truck's passing me again, so I absolutely failed. I'll just slow down so he can get past me easier. And while he gets past me, I'll try to fix the what is it called? The camera. Yeah, I don't know how to fix the camera. It's just actively not working. My whole setup here. That is what it is. Either way, we are exiting the city of, I don't know if it's Temecula or Murrieta, and now we are going to be going up a mountain. Well, okay, it's not really a mountain, it's, I could be wrong, but it's like only it's only like 3,000 feet in elevation, so it's not all that high. Now, I normally don't go up this mountain at more than 50, 55. The reason why is it's really steep, alright? And the trucks don't tend to go all that fast up it. And the reason why is it's just extraordinarily steep. Well, okay, extraordinarily steep is not the right word. It's 60% grade. Yeah. I don't know what to do about the camera though, to be honest. It's just going to be broken. Speedometer, camera, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm just going to leave the car at 60. If I have to slow down for a truck, I will. Just so you see how it handles a 60% grade. It looks like I will have to slow down. I'm not going 60, I'm going 57, I guess. Is that what it is? I actually can't tell because the camera's flopped over. I have to hold it. Alright, I'm going to 57, and we're at 2,200 RPM. We're doing good. Camera, though, I don't know. Okay, the truck's getting over. I don't know. He had his signal on. Okay. I gotta get over to the left. That's all good. There we go. Okay. We are Mountain State driving in a Mirage. We are on cruise. I'm not going to floor it. I mean, I could. It's not going to do much, but I can floor it if I want. But I'm not going to. But soon, okay, now we're going downhill, so I'll just change lanes. I'm pretty sure the truck's going to pass me at some point, but yeah, I'll just change lanes right now. Good enough. That got the MPG down to 50.9, and my ears are populating, but we're going back down the hill now, so it's going to change again. Everything's going to change, so it is what it is. Oh, there we go. I think I fixed the camera. I don't know what I did to it, but I did something. It's definitely going to fall down again. Yeah, it's actively falling down. I'm watching it. Okay. Let's see if I can get a piece of tape working. So, okay, the trucks are not going to pass me, actually. The reason why is there is a truck stop coming up here that every truck needs to go to. Well, actually, it's not a truck stop. It's a way stop. It's a way station. Yeah, that's what it's called. driving with my knees. It's fine. It's a flat area. Alright, so I've gotten some tape ready. I don't know what to do with it, but hey, we got tape. We're tape-a-ling. I just taped the charger. That's not what we're tape. That's okay. Okay. I don't know how I managed to do what I just did, but you know, it is what it is. We're on a nice cruise at night. Just no specific spot we're going. I think I'm making this worse. It is what it is. I mean, you can see the RPM, you can see the speed. We're roughly going 60. You can tell we're not going 70 or something. I'll just focus more on driving than trying to make tape stick to stuff. Because, okay, apparently I'm not. As soon as I say I'm going to focus more on driving, I'm playing with tape. You know, let's just stop with that. Either way, we're going down a hill right now. I mean, there's not much to say, but we're going to be going back up a hill soon. I don't know how fast we're going again. Let's see, actually. Until my camera's just kind of stuck now. It's accepted where it is. Okay, we're going 59. And that truck that's passing me didn't stop at the way station. And I think they're out like they need to legally. I don't know. It says all trucks go to way station, but it didn't. That is what it is. I don't really care. I just find it weird. Sometimes they don't. You know, if you work at trucking, let me know. Do you ever stop at the way station? The reason why is, I mean, I assume you would need to, but in that case, that person didn't. I mean, I'm not a truck driver, so I don't know, and that's why I'm asking. Either way, we're going up a rather steep hill right now. The car is not revving up and down or anything, as you can see. There's not really much to comment on. I mean, I'm in the slow lane, and there's no reason to be in the fast lane. The MPG is up to 53.4. That's good. We're going to be going up another hill coming up here. We've been going up a hill, but we're going to go up an even steeper hill. This one I expect the car to reach, 2,500 RPM roughly, give or take. It's not going to be an absurd amount of RPM, but you know, it'll rev up. When we get to the top of it, go back down. I'll set cruise to 60, alright? I don't normally go through here at 60, but you know, we'll do it. We've been recording for 23 minutes, so I've been on a 23-minute drive. Alright, RPM, what are you doing? Okay, you're only at 2,000. Okay, it's doing good actually. I was expecting it to rev up a little bit, but then again, I don't have the air conditioner on. Yeah, no revs at all. I just had some water, by the way. So there's a hill coming up here. It is. I'm going to go past the. I think it's called the 76. All right. There's a hill. No, there's a California highway called the 76. All right. I'm going to go past it, and the reason why is because, well, I know of a hill. All right. Just get stuck in here. This is the camera. So just see stuff just randomly showing up in the camera view. Just blame it on me. Okay. Actually, that might be blocking the microphone. Where's the microphone on a... Okay, bad idea. Let's take that out away. I don't want to hurt the camera. Yeah. Either way, the 76, it's a California highway, okay? Oh, Rainbow, next exit. Okay, so we are in Rainbow, California. I've never actually been to Rainbow, California, but it is what it is. But there's a highway called the 76. It takes you from the 15 freeway, which I'm on, all the way to San Diego, where it starts. Not San Diego. Oh, that car is going. Yeah, okay, that car right there is going properly fast. I think he's going probably 90. One thing I've noticed, the smaller of the car you're in, like this, for example, this feels a lot. So, okay, we're going 60. Okay, we aren't going 60 here. I'll speed up slightly. Okay, now we're going about 60. So we're going 60 right now, okay? This feels normal to me because this is the normal cruising speed. We also have a 2006 Nissan Frontier. When I'm going 60 in the Nissan Frontier, it feels like we're going 40 in this. Does that make any sense? Like, if I have the Nissan going 60 miles an hour, to me it feels like I'm going 40. I don't know if it's because you're higher up off the ground or what, but I noticed that. But I also noticed in the Nissan that driving around corners, it's, I noticed myself going slower, but the car is also significantly more top-heavy. Not car, the Nissan's more top-heavy than the Mirage, okay? The Nissan is a lifted four-wheel drive pickup truck. You know, it's not something that's low off the ground or something. Also, I need to add, you feel the wind in this more than you would in a bigger car, but I mean, it's not absurdly bad. It's just, if you're not used to driving into wind, go slow if it's going to be a gusty, windy area. Alright? But if you're used to wind, if, let's say you drive a semi-truck, you'll be absolutely fine. I find I can be driving around in this, and it doesn't look windy, but I'm being blown around. But then I go and hop in the Nissan, it's a 4,000-pound truck, and I'm driving around in an absolute windstorm here. I'm talking like 25 mile an hour sustained winds, and it feels normal. Like, it doesn't feel like it's windy at all. Also, the MPG, look at that, it's up to 59 miles per gallon. Yeah, 59. So up here is going to be a absurdly steep hill, 6% grade. They actually had to carve the mountain out so they can make the highway through here. The reason why is the highway was more than the 6% grade, alright? Because it was more than the 6% grade, well, they had to carve it out. If you don't know, that's actually the legal limit for a highway. There's a tunnel in Colorado. Okay, so let me start over. So there's a YouTube channel called, what is it called? The Fast Lane Truck, alright? It's called the Fast Lane Truck. And they are based in Colorado. And they do something called the Ike Gauntlet Test. It's a pretty neat name. Oh, by the way, this is the 76 that I'm talking about. It takes you to Oceanside. Either way, they do something called the Ike Gauntlet. Oh, by the way, 60.6 miles per gallon. 60.6. No, they do something called the Ike Gauntlet Test. What they do is they get pickup trucks and they put a trailer on them and they tow max capacity, alright? So if the truck's rated for 4,000 pounds, they'll put a 4,000 pound trailer on the back of it and tow it up a hill. But the hill is very, very specific. Oh, 60.8 miles per gallon. The hill, wait, what is this? Buckle up, arrive alive. Yeah, I agree. Buckle up, everybody. But no, they go up a very specific mountain. It is a extremely long, sustained area of a 6% grade, alright? It is in Colorado, going over the Continental Divide. I don't know the freeway name specifically, but it is going up to a tunnel called the Elsenheimer Tunnel, alright? And that right there is, well, a 6% grade. It puts trucks and gas cars through, what is it called, the ringer, I guess? But this is not as extreme. The reason why is we're at sea level. Okay, not literally sea level, but we're at like 1,000 feet right now, above sea level, and their starting elevation is around 5,000 above sea level. But by the time they are at the top of the hill, they're, well, 11,000 above sea level. Yeah. Either way, we're going 60. We're hitting the 6% grade. I normally don't go 60, so I don't know how the car is going to react here. I normally go 40 up this, to 45. Because that's usually what the trucks are going at. So we'll see what happens. If the car, yeah, okay, we'll see. So going up the hill, we're starting at 60 miles per gallon. Alright, 2,500 RPM. almost 3,000. No, it's 2,500. Okay, it's doing good. 3,000. Okay, we're on the steeper part of it. So, yeah, it's able to maintain 60 just fine. Now, if you floor it, we are floored. Well, there we go. We're still floored. That's the fastest I've ever gone at this. As you can tell, it's not a mountain. Like, he's not a fan of mountains. But, yeah, normally, I just follow the trucks. My cruise control kicked back on. It's at 3,000 RPM now. But you can tell, it goes up hills if you need it to. You only have me in the car, though, so it's not, like, exceedingly a lot of weight. I've probably got the gas mileage down to probably 55 by now. 56.6. So yeah, the gas mileage is suffering, but again, going up a big hill. Yeah, I don't like flooring the car though because I witnessed the last, but I figure for this specific situation, I'll show you how it handles a hill floor. Also, we're at 55 miles per gallon now, so it is what it is. I wouldn't go up the hill at 40, probably 45. That's the minimum speed. I sometimes have to overtake trucks, sometimes not. I just kind of follow the trucks. If no trucks are in front of me, I take it probably 50 roughly on average. But yeah, again, today I'm just showing you how it handles the hill. Alright, so that is Old Highway 395. I'll take that. I don't know where it goes. We'll find out. I genuinely don't know where it is, but it says exit 10 miles an hour. I want to make a U-turn. Can I turn on my brights? No, there's a car up here. Alright, so the road sign says there's a stop sign, and to take the corner, it's a U-turn. Take it at 10 miles an hour. What? Oh, there's a broken down car here? I don't know. Yeah, it's a broken down car. So I can turn left or right or go straight. If I go... It looks like I can go left here. I don't have a clue. Freeway. I want to go... Okay, turn off the brights. I want to go to 15 north. So I turn... I don't know where I am. Let's turn left. Oh, I'm going the wrong way down the road. There we go. Okay. So, over here, I can go and make another left, I think. By the way, the gas mileage is up to 55.5 now. But I can make a left here, I think, to get down to the 15 north, right? I don't know that. Oh, well, here we go. 15 north. I thought it said south, but no, I went north. So, yeah, let's get on to here. 15 north. I'm pretty sure I'm on the right road. I don't want to turn too sharp, though. The camera is, well, barely working. So I'm not going to go fast around the corner. Alright, now I have to really start giving it some acceleration, though, because I went slow around the corner. Yeah, 2,500. We're going up a hill, by the way. Just trying to get over. Yep. Merging onto a freeway. Up a 6% grade, by the way. So yeah, you'll be able to see how it handles the hill. So we're almost at the top of the hill, so is it fair? I don't know. I mean, you see, we're almost up to 55 already. We're not flooring it, we aren't even near floored. We aren't in sport mode or any of that. We're just in drive, or eco mode would be the right word. Not really eco mode. I mean, technically, I think, yeah, the eco light's on, so we're economically driving right now. Whatever that means, but we're driving in eco mode. Yeah, either way, cruise is set back to 59, 60. But by the way, check that bridge out. I watched a video on it today. It's pretty neat. Only 500 people a day go on that bridge, and there's a walkway on the inside of it. I'd like to go and take a look at it during the day. I don't think it's possible to walk in it. Though. You can walk on it, but not in it. If you're a city employee or something, you can walk in it. 54 miles per gallon now, but at the top of the hill. hill, so now we're going back down the hill. Take a drink of some water. Not water, I mean tea. It's weird not listening to Christmas music, because normally, like, on a drive like this, I just turn on some Christmas music, like 10 hours of piano Christmas music. I just like going on nice, slow cruises, but, I mean, hey, you know, we have to do some videos on this car. You can't just not make anything on it, you know. Let's turn the temperature down in here. It's at the 76 and it's getting a bit warm. I have 2 jackets on right now. I'm not sure what the outside temperature is actually. Let's click the button a couple million times and let's see what the temperature is. Eventually, 210 miles until empty. I completely missed. Okay, it's 48 degrees outside, so yeah, it's getting rather cold. 210 miles until empty. There we go, 55 miles per gallon. I just want to get that on there. 55.7. But yeah, we're going down a hill here. Normally, again, I'd cruise at 55, but people think this car doesn't have enough power to safely push you around town. I'm not kidding, by the way. People do genuinely think this car can't drive on the freeway. Some people think it's not even street legal, but then they find out it is street legal, and then they wonder how it's actually street legal. This is how. It drives around normally. I don't drive any different in this than I do in the V8 Cadillac. I know that because I do drive a V8 Cadillac sometimes. Yeah, no difference, to me at least. It's a little bit louder with the tire noise, but we also have worse tires on this car, so it is what it is. And, what else? This car can go, okay, so there are some freeways in the United States that have 80-mile-an-hour speed limits, alright? And if you want, you can go 80. I don't recommend it, but you can. You can go, well, technically 100 in this, which is 15 over the fastest speed limit in the country. The fastest speed limit is 85. Except the thing is, that 85-mile-an-hour speed limit is not really a freeway you'll ever use. The reason why is it is a toll road that goes pretty much out of the way in the middle of Texas. I think it's by Austin, Texas or something. But most freeways are like 75, maybe 80 in some spots, like on the west side of Texas on Interstate 10, it was 80. But no one's going 80 in the right lane anyway. So, yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say about it. We'll see what the gas mileage is when we get to our destination. I'll be getting off the freeway and taking some surface street driving up a hill. I think it's called the 74. Yeah, I could be wrong. It's not the Ortega Highway. Oh, by the way, mountain driving. You might be wondering, how is mountain driving this? It must be horrible because you have 78 horsepower. You're not able to go up the hills. No, that's not the case either. I've went up a lot of different mountains in this. Palm Springs Mountain, I don't know what it's called, but the mountain in Palm Springs. I went up Big Bear, California, and that truck is in my lane. No, okay. I just wanted to make sure. I don't like turning the brights on, but I don't want to run into a semi-truck at 60 miles an hour if he's in my lane. I don't want to swerve into another lane just randomly because, well, I'm going to run into a truck. I want to actually make sure the truck is, well, not in the lane I'm in. Is that car moving up there, or is it just sitting with the hazards on? I don't know. That's the downside of being driving at night. No, that's not a problem, that truck. I mean, that car. He's in his own little area. That's glorious. Hopefully he's alright. Probably overheated. That's a new car. Overheating probably isn't a problem. I've also taken this car over the Cajon Pass. It's another 6% grade. Perfectly fine. I've taken it over, well, a lot lot of things. I've taken it to Big Bear, California. I went on the 18, Interstate 18. No, not Interstate. It was a Highway 18. It did fine, like 2,500 RPM, about 40 miles an hour up the hill. By the way, the RPM's almost at 3,000 right now. It's, you know, cruising pretty high in the RPMs, but it's not bad. You can hear the engine sound, but it's not obnoxious or anything. I kind of have a hard time hearing it over the road noise. Like 2,800 RPM. I mean, we have 78 horsepower, okay? I mean, even if we're going 3,000 RPM, that's not bad. This car feels happy even at 4,000. But yeah, I've taken this up Big Bear, California. It was perfectly fine going up it. I've taken it over the Cajon Pass. The one thing I haven't done is go up to Big Bear on the 38. The 38 takes you up to Onyx Summit, alright? You might be wondering, okay, what is it about Onyx Summit? Well, Onyx Summit is extremely high elevation. It's, okay, not extremely high, but it's getting up there. It's a lot higher than Big Bear. It's like 8,500 feet in elevation. And up there, the car makes like 60 horsepower. But even then, I mean, you could have 4 people in the car, and I'm sure it would be absolutely fine. Sure, it would be at a higher RPM, you'd be guzzling gas, but it'd be safe. The car would make it. You wouldn't have to get out and push it. Let's have another drink of some water. By the way, RPM is still high because we're climbing up a mountain. We're doing fine. With MPG, it's 52 right now, but again, we're going up a mountain, so I can't really expect much about it. Plus, we're going fast up a mountain, which needs even more gasoline. What is it, frugal? That's the right word. I'm not being frugal with it. I'm being, not really aggressive. I mean, 3,000. We're going 59 miles an hour. We aren't being aggressive with the throttle. What am I saying? But I mean, for me, I don't normally go this fast up this hill. I try to keep it under 2,500. We're down to 51 miles per gallon on this whole trip. Oh, almost 3,000 RPM. Almost 3,000. Come on, are you going to reach 3,000? I'd like to see it. Nope. Good. Okay. Yeah, I usually say it goes 3,000 up this hill, but no, not really. It doesn't even really want to reach 3,000. By the way, the MPG is going to be dipping into the upper 40s now, but if you're on the flat surface of this cruising on the freeway, you can expect about, give or take, 55 to 60 miles per gallon at the speed we're going right now. If you're going 55 miles an hour to 57, you can expect like 66 miles per gallon. I ain't kidding you, by the way. 66 is the actual mileage I've got with this car. And I'm not going off the gauge here. I'm going off of what I got at the gas pump. What I do, if you're wondering, how you tell... So, okay. Some people don't know how you can tell what gas mileage you're getting. So this is what you do, alright? You go to the gas station, you write down how many miles is on your car. In my case, let's just say 4,500. The next thing you need to do is you need to go over and fill your car up to the top, alright? And then just drive it, alright? Drive normally, or however you want to drive. By the way, we're going to put another steep hill here. But then the next time you go over and fill up with gas, you see how many miles you've went. So go with the current miles on your car, let's say 4,600. So you went 100 miles. Alright? And then you go over and look at how many gallons of gas you've used. Every gas pump tells you, unless it's broken. And, well, let's say you use 2 gallons of gas in 100 miles. So you do 100 divided by 2. Alright? And that gives you, let's say, 50 miles per gallon. I'm doing easy math because I'm not really great at math, especially in my head. Oh, by the way, I need to mention, it's absurdly windy feeling right now. It wasn't windy when I left the house, but yeah, the car is being blown around like I blow birthday candles out on like my birthday or something. But when I say blown around, I mean it's jerky, alright? I can feel the car being pushed around, but I mean, it's fine. I can hear a lot more wind noise as well. I think I'm driving towards the wind, actually. I don't know. Either way, that's how you figure out the gas mileage. I normally go and put in the main thing, and then I put in the tenths. I don't know. I put in basically the exact number I get on the gas pump. And that's how I figure out what mileage I get. Either way, gas mileage is down to 50 exactly. I mean, that's pretty low for me actually, but I mean, we're going up and down a bunch of hills, okay? What can I really say? I can't really expect all that much. One thing to mention, I've been talking now for 45 minutes. My voice is starting to get tired. Not that 45 minutes is a long time to talk. It's not for me. I mean, on my main YouTube channel, I do live stream on it. I've been taking a break, but I do live stream. And yeah, on there I talk for hours on end. The difference is here I am actually talking really loudly. The reason why is I want to make sure, well, the camera's picking up my voice. Here, I need to talk loud. Yeah. Either way, we are reaching the top of the summit here. I don't know what the elevation is. Probably only like 3,000 or 4,000. I never looked. It's not high enough to have any special elevation signs. Let's have some more tea real quick. Ah, glorious. When I see a truck is getting on the freeway, I'm going to accelerate to get past the truck. The reason why is I'd like to not get whacked by a truck. Or maybe I'm just being picky, I don't know. I'd rather not get smashed into by a truck. Specifically a semi-truck. Well, any truck, but semi-truck included. By the way, the gas mileage is horrible. We're getting 48.9 now. Okay, to be fair, we just went up a humongous hill. I mean, look at the view from up here. Well, actually, you might not be able to see it, but there's a humongous view you can see up here. We've been going literally through the mountains. It's not high enough elevation for there to be an elevation sign. Like if you're going, let's say, to Big Bear, California, you'll see elevation signs like elevation 2,000 feet, elevation 3,000, elevation 7,500 summit or something. You know, it'll tell you the elevation, but in this specific situation, I guess it's just not tall enough. I mean, it doesn't snow here. It's not a tourist attraction. Maybe the bridge is, but no, the bridge is not a tourist attraction. Yeah, but either way, you can see here, it's doing a good job on the freeway. I need to also mention, so some places, I forgot yet, but if you search up things that break on a Mitsubishi Mirage, like the common things, one website says the sunroof is a common thing that breaks, and you'll need to replace the sunroof motor. Alright, so I have a challenge for you. Find a Mitsubishi Mirage with a sunroof. It's a okay, I'm genuinely challenging you. Find one with a sunroof. If you're having a hard time finding one, that's because it doesn't matter the model. Mirages do not come with sunroofs, alright? You can have the black edition, the rally art, fully loaded, base model, limited edition. It doesn't matter. You cannot get one with a sunroof. Yeah, you can make a sunroof on it. Sure, you can get a saw and cut a hole in the roof, but that's not fair. They say sunroof motors are one of the most common things to be broken in this car. Yeah, no, no. They don't even have sunroofs. So there's no way you can have a sunroof motor break. By the way, this car overtaking me to the right. That's fun. BMW maybe? I don't know. Probably a BMW. Alright, and then on the same website it says power steering hose is a common thing that starts leaking on this car. A power steering hose. Now, Now, you might think, okay, what are you, why are you talking about that? Well, the reason why is this car doesn't have power steering, it has electronic steering. The difference is power steering uses hydraulic fluid, alright? It has hoses and they can't leak. This has electronic steering. There is no hose. It has electric wires and a motor. The motor turns the wheel, something like that. There is absolutely no fluid for power steering in this car. So no matter what you do, you cannot replace the power steering hoses. So that is impossible on this car to break. Now, sure, the radiator, you can have leaks in it, you know, whatever, other thing, brakes, I'm sure you can have leaks. But not the power steering. That's the one thing you cannot have a leak. I'm having some more tea, by the way. Now, technically, I guess you can have... Okay, I've not heard of this being a problem, by the way, but... I have seen, let's say, on an engine coil, the coil can be leaking out the electronics, and it sparks on things it's not supposed to spark on. Or on a spark plug wire, for example. But I don't know if that would happen with one of these motors or not. I don't think it would, but I mean, it's just, that's the only thing I can think of that would fail, really, in terms of leakiness. I mean, sure, you can have the motor fail, that's absolutely possible, but yeah, I just can't really think about it too much. I mean, what could really fail? By the way, that truck just passed me, going probably 10 miles an hour faster than me. So technically he's breaking the speed limit. It's 55 here. I should actually slow down. 55 zone. Sure, let's take 55 and let's get a slightly quieter ride and get slightly better mileage. There we go. I think we're like 55 now, right? Yeah, okay, 56. Close enough. Yeah. Car's going around. He doesn't want to wait the 55 zone. I know. That truck to the left lane's going probably 80, 85. He won't get a ticket for going 70 here. He really won't. But I don't like going fast. I like getting my mileage per gallon high. So I'm going to be cruising slow. What else? Handling. I find this car to handle just fine. The brakes in this car, they are not the best. What I mean by that is, if you push your foot all the way to the floor for the brake pedal, yeah, it's not going to stop anywhere fast. Don't get me wrong, it stops faster than it accelerates, which is good. Its braking distance from, I think it was 60 miles an hour, is like 130 feet. That's good, but the thing is, that's about the size... No, that's about the braking distance of a mid-sized SUV. So, its brakes aren't the best. But don't get me wrong, they're perfectly acceptable, okay? I mean, a mid-sized SUV, that still brakes perfectly fine. If you step on the brakes, it will turn on the anti-lock braking system. So, sure, it's not the best braking system in the world, but, I mean, it does just fine. Barstow or Las Vegas is in the left lanes. You know, one thing I really want to do someday is drive the entire length of this freeway. It takes you all the way up through Montana to the Canada border. So I'd like to start in Las Vegas and take it all the way to, well, the top of the country. Though, there's a problem. I also want to go to Canada, and I don't have a Canada passport. So I need to get a passport, actually, before I actually do that. Because, you know, it's a big trip. That car's tailgating. I mean, not really tailgating, just getting close. So you probably should just go around eventually. I'd really like to take a drink of tea, but I don't trust myself to not, like, end up swerving into the bricks to the right. So I'm not going to take a drink of anything yet. I'll wait till I'm not next to so many bricks. To be fair, I think I would swerve into them, but just for absolute good measure, okay, I'd like to not smack into bricks. Yeah. Now I can take a drink. Okay, I have to change lanes. Yeah, we're good. Alright, so you can see here we're getting 50 miles per gallon. I mean, for considering we just went up and down a humongous hill, I think that's perfectly acceptable, alright? Now, in terms of, is that good for me? No. If I did that trip that I just did, normally I'd be getting about 55, roughly, according to the car. Now, keep in mind, okay, things I need to mention. The gesso gauge here on the dash, or the thing the computer says that we got for the miles per gallon, when you go up and down hills, it's not accurate, okay? So, we realistically probably got 45 there, but when you're on the flat ground, it's also not accurate. If the car says you're getting 50, you're actually getting 55 on the flat ground. But when you're going up and down mountains, it says you're getting, let's say, 50, you'll actually be getting like 45 or 40. End of the 55 mile an hour speed limit. Well, I'm going up a hill right now, I think. There's not really anyone around, so I'll just keep cruising at 55. I'll wait till I get to the top of the hill, then I'll knock it to 60. Because I don't want to accelerate up a hill, because that wastes gas. It's just extra wear trying to accelerate up a hill, so I'll just wait until we're up to the top and then I'll accelerate. Ooh, there's neat decorations to the left. Giant RV, what's that? I don't know. You know, one thing I really like doing is just going out at night and going on a cruise. I don't know why, I just enjoy it. It's just fun. The thing I don't understand is there's less people, alright? It's not rush hour traffic, but apparently there's 3 times more accidents at night than there is in the day. I don't understand how that works. I thought, oh, there's probably drunk people all over the place, but now that I'm driving around at night, you can tell I'm probably the one who looks the drunkest, because I'm the one not going 65 or 70, but like people are not swerving all over the road. So, I don't know. Sure, people are speeding, but, I mean, doesn't look like people are drunk. Yeah, it looks just normal to me. Alright, let's start accelerating slightly. I mean, we're still going up a hill, but that's so. Let's get to like 57. That's good. Good enough to me. I don't want to go really much faster. We're going 58. But I guess I can kind of see it, like, you can't see, let's say if there's something small in the road that's dark colored, you might run into it. If you aren't paying 948% attention. But, I mean, let's say you're just driving along like we are right now on the freeway. I don't know, I feel like this might actually be rather safe. The reason why is because I'm not going 60 right now. Well, there's thousands of cars going by at 75, 80. Okay, to be fair, they don't really go by that fast in the day. They really don't, because it's California. Usually in this area it's like 50 in the day. Yeah. This area has a lot of traffic jams here. But we're going up a hill, by the way, here, so we'll see what it does. I can tell my voice is starting to feel a little bit weird. Well, okay, I can still voice just fine. I can just kind of tell it's starting to feel like a bit unhappy. Is it windy? I think it's windy, actually. I'm trying to look at the trees. It might be windy and it might not be. I don't know. I can't tell. It's too dark to figure that out. I'd like to see a palm tree or something, and not just a tree. No, it's definitely windy. I can feel it in the car. I'm being blown to the left. But, I mean, honestly, I want to take this car across the country. Alright? I mean, I'm completely comfortable in it, and it's happy cruising at 60, and that's good to me. Now, one thing for sure, in places like, let's say, Texas, or just a freeway that's moving fast, I would take the side roads. The reason why is, I mean, the side roads, they don't tend to have that many stoplights, alright? I'm talking about, like, state highways. They don't tend to have that many stoplights and stop signs. The speed limit, probably 65 for most of them. And I can just sit there and cruise 55 to 60 and have no problem then just hit gas and I don't have to go 65, 70, or 75. Versus if I'm on the interstate in most states, 65 is a bit slow. Okay, 60, that's actually getting really slow for them. You'll find nobody going 60 on them. Maybe a car with their hazard lights on, but yeah, not much else. So, yeah, in terms of that, I'd like to take the California, not California, but like the state highways. Alright, keep on going. We're going to be getting off onto actually a California highway soon. It's called the 74. There is a lot of parts of the 74. It's like a 100-mile highway. It starts in Oceanside. I don't know exactly where it ends. I know it goes over a mountain we were just on actually. It goes into Lake Elsinore. It's called the Ortega Highway, and that's part of it. Then it goes around Lake Elsinore, like around the lake, and it goes into Paris, California. It goes over a big hill. It's not like windy or anything. It's a two lanes each way. It's a 60-mile-an-hour road. It goes over a hill. It goes into Paris, and then the road disappears. You can just have a sip of tea, and then I'll continue. So, the road disappears. What happens is it goes on to the 215 freeway. The 215 is like a 60-mile long freeway, rather short, but it turns into the 215. Then you go south a little bit on the 215, and then you can get back on the 74. And the 74 takes you through Hemet, California, and then it takes you to places like Idlewild, California, or Mountain Center. And then from there, I'm not sure where it takes you. I know it takes you up to Idlewild. Yeah, I'm not sure where else. It takes you down the mountain, of course. I don't know. I'd actually check it, but I'm driving, so I'm not going to check it. Oh, by the way, the drive we've been on right now is now an hour. Yes, we've been driving for an hour. As you can tell, I mean, the Mirage is handling the freeway fine. There's nothing to complain about. Now, I see a car with their hazard lights on up here, and depending what side they're on, I'll change lanes. Okay, they're on the left side of the road. I'm not going to change lanes. I thought they were on the right side, so I was about to change to the left lane so I can, give them some space, if I was on the side of the road, I wouldn't want cars in the lane right next to where I'm, like, pulled over to be coming by. But, I mean, in their case, they're literally all the way on the other side of the freeway. That's absolutely fine. But if they were, for example, on the shoulder to the right of me, I'd not stay where I am. Unless it's extremely busy, then I just slow down. Yeah. And then we're going to be going up another steep hill up here. I don't know what grade it is. I go over the hill pretty often. I don't know what grade it is down. MPG actually went down. We're down to 49.5. It's because we're going pretty quick. We're going 59 miles an hour right now. In the 70s zone. And of course we're going up and down hills. Alright, this is not a flat area. Like, how do I explain this? Because, okay, we're basically by fault lines. If I'm not mistaken, we're in Lake Elsinore right now. Valdemar, I don't know what city it is. But there's actually fault lines all over the place around here. And, well, they don't really cause all that many earthquakes. They're pretty actually rare when you have an earthquake from them. But, if I'm not mistaken, that is partly why there's so many hills. Then there's just the fact, this is how California is. It's hilly here. But then you can have hundreds of miles of no hills in, let's say, the middle of California, or what is it, Fresno is? I think it's Fresno, I don't know. I don't know, I just really like driving at night. It's just something I like. If I go across the country, I'm not sure. If I'm just driving in, let's say, well, actually, no, I'd probably just drive in the day. I was going to say, if I'm driving, let's say, in Texas, I'd drive at night. No, I would just drive in the day. There's no traffic jams in Texas. That's not a thing. Okay, that's a partial lie. When I was in Dallas, there was a traffic jam. It took us like 2 hours to get through Dallas. That was rather long. But besides that, though, I mean, it's pretty empty. 49.6 miles per gallon now. But if I was on a flat surface, yeah, we'd be getting like 55. If I'm going 55 miles an hour, you get 60 miles per gallon. So the other day I was in a traffic jam. It took me 4 hours. I went from Anaheim, California to San Diego to here, and it took 4 hours, I think it was, 120 miles, 107 miles, my bad. And we got 66.5 miles per gallon. And the only reason I can think of it is because we were at a slower speed. Like, a lot of it was stop and go, and most of it was, 55 miles an hour. Then we went up some hills and had to slow down a bit. Well, we didn't have to slow down. I mean, I could have gone 70 up if I wanted, but I didn't want to go 70 up hills. So it is what it is. My car's been following me for a long time. I guess they aren't in a hurry like me. That's neat. It's always nice when a car follows you for a while. It's like, that gives you a clue that you're not going too slow. Someone else is willing to go the speed you're going, which is nice. So it's not just you going 55, for example. Russian Main Street, whatever that is. Route 15 businesses. Yay! Oh, the car's passing us, so that gives us a hint we're going too slow. I'm not going to speed up though. Is it a truck? I think it is. Probably an old truck, right? Yeah, like a 1990s Toyota. No, it's a Chevy. Alright. I wonder what's better, a 1990s Chevy or a 1990s Toyota? I don't know. If you have one of them, let me know. How's the reliability been? I've heard the Toyotas are bulletproof, except they aren't. People say they're bulletproof, but if you shoot a gun at it, you'll have a hole in it. So, I guess not literally bulletproof, but like, they don't break down easy. But I mean, even if you do get a hole in it from a bullet, I mean, it's probably going to run just fine. I mean, it should, unless you hit it like a piston or something, it should be fine. You might have to replace a hose, or catch the hole with some caulking or something, if there's a hole in the door, but yeah, it is what it is. If I go across the country in this, one thing I probably would want to go over and get different tires. Just a tire that's better, like the Verdenstein ones. I've heard they're significantly quieter, and I mean, it's pretty hard to go and talk for an hour and 8 minutes while driving this on the freeway, because, it's a rather loud freeway. Okay, not like rather loud, but like, there's a lot of, like, sounds you hear. Yeah, either way, let's get off on the 74, because this is the 74. I told you I'd be getting off here, and I am. I don't know how long I should have my signal on before I get off the freeway. I turn cruise control off. I'm just slowing down early. There's no reason for me to keep cruise going. There's no one behind me, so I'll just start slowing down on the freeway. Saves on gas. Either way, let's slow down here to a red light-o-lator. Red light-o-lator, is that a word? Sure, red light-o-lator. Yeah. We're going to turn right on the red light-o-lator. I don't have to talk that loud, actually. We're at a slow speed now. I like turning right from the middle lane. Okay, that went very well, actually. There we go. And Well, let's go through this light. There's nobody around, so the light should just stay green, so I don't have to give that much gas. Yeah. I like it when it's nighttime around here. The reason why is this hill is rather steep, alright, and I don't like, stressing it going up the hill. It's more than a 6% grade in some spots, if I'm not mistaken. I very well can be mistaken, because I've not looked into it. But I'll go, well, let's set cruise to 45, alright? Speed limit's going to be getting to 60 here, but I'm comfortable going 45. Is cruise working? No, it's not working. Now it's working. Alright, we are going 45. But as you can tell, though, it's significantly quieter here. The road's better maintained, I guess, as well. We're going, what, 43? There's not really anyone behind me, so I'll just stay in the lane we're in. If someone wants to go around me, like one person who might show up, there's a lot of room. The problem, see, I'm familiar with this area. The right lane, it ends, alright? Not here, it got a little further, but then it will end. Ooh, Christmas lights! Christmas lights, everybody, check that out. As you know, it's winter time here. Not winter, winter time here. Nobody's behind me, so yeah, I'm cruising at 40. The speed limit, I'm pretty sure here is 60. Whatever. Yeah, there you go. You can see a sign to the right, 60. But like, I'm perfectly, just to make sure I turned off the nighttime mirror. There's 0 people behind me. Okay, there's one person behind me. They're like a mile away. Yeah. Not really much about it. Let's see. But yeah, so far we've averaged 50 miles per gallon. That's excellent. But yeah, I'm going to be getting off soon. So yeah. If you like these drive-along videos, let me know. By the way, I turned the brights on if you want to see what the brights look like. If you like these videos where I like drive and talk, let me know. I might do some more of them. I might do some going up more mountains and whatnot. I don't know. Average mileage is going down. We're going up a hill. Turn the brights off. It's a car. That's not a car. Alright, well, either way, yeah, thanks for watching this video. And thanks for coming along with us on this 1-hour drive. You actually were watching the video through all this. Thank you. Either way, have a good day. Bye-bye.